Radio Surabhi is extremely proud today to bring to you a very, very special guest. Today, we are welcoming a leader who believes that technology should empower people, not complicate their lives. Raju Vegesna is the Chief Evangelist of Zoho Corporation, a global technology company built on innovation, integrity, and long-term vision. Zoho is a company that proudly believes in dharmic capitalism, where people come before profits and growth is rooted in values. It empowers everyone, especially the younger generation, to create, build, and become entrepreneurs. Here is a company that does not choose its employees by certificates or degrees or even age, but believes in the person, their passion, their ability, and their drive to achieve something meaningful in life. From championing self-reliance and rural development to shaping products used by millions worldwide, Raju Vegesna stands for building with purpose, not just profit. Here is to India's largest and proudest bootstrap company, one that doesn't follow the fleeting path of build, valuate, and sell, but believes in build and last. Because for them, true success is measured by longevity. It's a pleasure to welcome a thinker, a builder, a true believer in ethical, people-first innovation, Mr. Raju Vegesna from Zoho Corporation. Hello, Raju garu.
Hello.
Thank you so much for your time. And I have to say, from my bottom of my heart, it is amazing to get to know you. Before this interview, I had the opportunity to talk to you for so long. Enta baundante meeto conversation. నేను చాలా లెసన్స్ తీసుకుని వెళ్తున్నాను నేను. థ్యాంక్ యూ, థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ యువర్ టైం. సో హౌ ఆర్ యూ డూయింగ్, ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
ఆల్ గుడ్ అండి.
ఇట్స్ రియలీ ఆసమ్ మీ గురించి తెలుసుకొని అండ్ జోహో గురించి తెలుసుకుని ఒక రీసెర్చ్ చేసి మల్టిపుల్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ చూసి ఎంత తెలుసుకున్నా ఇంకా చాలా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి మైండ్లో. సో ఇవాళ ఐ హోప్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ ది అదర్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ యూ విచ్ ప్రాబబ్లీ యూ డిడ్ నాట్ షేర్ బిఫోర్. సో లెట్స్ బిగిన్ దిస్ ఎంటైర్ కాన్వర్సేషన్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ క్వశ్చన్. ఇవాళ ప్రపంచంలో ఎవరైనా ఏదైనా చేయాలి అంటే ద ఫస్ట్ మోటివేషన్ ఇస్ వాట్స్ ఇన్ ఇట్ ఫర్ మీ. సో వాట్స్ ఇన్ ఇట్ ఫర్ యూ టుడే? యువర్ అసోసియేషన్ విత్ జోహో హ్యాస్ బీన్ 27 years ఇస్ వాట్ ఐ లెర్న్డ్. మీరేం నేర్చుకున్నారు ఇందులో? మీరేం ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నారు ప్రపంచానికి?
That's an interesting question. Don't even think that way. That's the thing.
I know you don't, because that's not the Zoho culture, right?
It's not a destination. It's a journey.
Journey.
And I think somebody said it. Kim O'Reilly, he said, you need gas to go to the destination, but your journey should not be going from gas station to gas station to gas station, right? So, so it is the journey that matters.
Yeah.
So, whatever finances, revenue, or any of that is just the fuel.
Yeah.
But another, it comes down to one thing. Are you having fun doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
And are you able to sleep well at night? And are you happy doing? And are you proud of what you're doing? Then life takes
Everything falls
in place. Mari you put a target and then you get disappointed. It becomes a negative spiral.
Yeah.
That's not how it is. We think.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity. Well, that opens the door and get into it. And that has been personally my mindset, and that has been the Zoho mindset too.
Yeah.
Because Steve Jobs said too, you can only connect the dots looking back. You cannot, look forward and try to connect the dots.
Yeah, you can't even place the dots. Allah.
Exactly. We never thought we'll be here as a company or as an individual, but it happened. And you're happy, be thankful for the life what the life has given, and then do your best to help others, and keep moving on.
Yes, I am aware, very aware that Zoho culture chala away from what my question was. So అది అర్థమైంది నాకు. నేను అడగడానికి రీజన్ ఏంటంటే, యాజ్ వి సీ ఇట్, Zoho is creating a sort of culture. It's building ఒక స్ట్రక్చర్ బిల్డ్ చేస్తున్నట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది కొంచెం దగ్గర నుంచి చూస్తే, అర్థం చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటే. చాలా ఇట్స్ వెరీ హార్టనింగ్ టు సీ దట్ హ్యాపెన్. ఒక ఇండియన్ కంపెనీ ఇలాగా విత్ పర్పస్
ఒక పాజిటివ్ ఇంపాక్ట్ సొసైటీ మీద కానీ ప్రపంచం మీద కానీ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్ వాట్ యూర్ డూయింగ్. కానీ వరల్డ్ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఇన్ ది అదర్ డైరెక్షన్, రైట్? యంగెస్ట్ పీపుల్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఓల్డెస్ట్ వరకు కూడా ఎవరైనా వర్కింగ్ అట్మాస్ఫియర్ లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు వాట్స్ ఇన్ ఇట్ ఫర్ మీ అనేది ఆలోచించకుండా ఏమి చెయ్యని రోజులు ఇవి. అలాంటి ప్లేస్ లో హౌ ఆర్ యూ అచీవింగ్ దిస్ సార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఒక కల్చర్, ఒక కనెక్షన్ ఎట్లా అచీవ్ చేస్తున్నారు అనేది $1 million క్వశ్చన్ లాగా ఉంది.
What is the purpose of the company? You have to ask that question. If you ask an economist, they say the purpose of the company is to maximize the revenue for their shareholders. You don't believe in that. That's a wrong approach. At least Zoho culture, that is the way we look at it. We should have an impact. We should have an impact that we want to. In this case, India particularly, India needs some companies to be the tent poles. And say, because India is a developing country, India is going to be a developed country, whether we like it or not. Whether some countries like it or not.
Yeah.
Now, how can we accelerate and shrink the timeline for it to become a developed country? So that is the broader thing. That means first thing, okay, developing country or developed country avalante go create a product ante nadu. First thing is you have to build the confidence in the people that we are good. Then second thing entante you have to build the know-how to create a product and then create a product. So you're starting in a negative space and then slowly build towards it. And in India, any country goes through this. Adi we understand it. Now, what role can we play in accelerating that? And can we be a leader and show other people that it can be done? Wallu kuda follow copy kotti cheste, then that is an acceleration path.
So the catalyst.
It's a catalyst. We're trying to become a catalyst. Because numbers are critical. Every year we produce we have about 10 million graduates.
Wow. Wow.
Prastanik, every year we're only producing 5 million jobs. What will happen to the other 5 million? So meaning we have to produce 5 more million jobs.
So only halfway or no?
Halfway or no. And US is importing people because US is now. US has about say 120,000 engineers, about 140,000 jobs online. That's why they're importing people. India is a reverse problem. We don't have enough jobs. Antike we're exporting people.
So you're exporting people.
Exporting people. That's what we're doing. And so now we need to create jobs. We need to create a know-how. So to create the jobs, you need to create companies. To create the companies, we need to create the products, and then the know-how, confidence, all of those are kind of things. Marolu, we are trying to do our part in it. We need a lot of companies to do. Zoho Lanti, we need at least 1,000 companies.
100% we need. Yeah.
And more importantly, do it our way, do it the India way, doing it the authentic way, not forgetting our roots, where we came from. Because we are not a country, we are a civilization. And the civilization has some very grassrooted culture aspects. There is a beliefs, the value system. How can we create companies that retain all of these and yet create a company viability that is good for the community around it, ecosystem around it, and these are things we believe in. So, create Chadana to do it. But it may sound grand and all of that, but always on a daily, it's always a grind.
Yeah. Nice way you put it. And indaka meer annaru, what is the purpose of Zoho అని అడిగారని. From what I gathered, looks like Zoho's purpose is to be that dharmic capitalism believer, or adapting to that.
Adapting to it.
And adi chala, it's a very deep topic. Maybe for some other day I'll save it. Let's talk about you. Koncham step back తీసుకుని Zoho గురించి అవని మళ్ళీ we'll come back to it, but let's talk about you. So మనం ఇప్పుడు right now we are in Austin, close by to Austin, and Nava Farms అనే place లో ఉన్నాము. దీనికి Zoho కి కనెక్షన్ ఏంటి?
Yeah. Nava Farm అనేది we bought a piece of land because as a company we don't invest in other digital assets. We a good old Indian way where you buy land and gold.
So you buy gold.
Land and gold.
Land is gold, right?
Land you can produce something else. So we bought it. We said we can do something with it. And pandemic వచ్చినప్పుడు we said అందరూ you're stuck in their houses. You have the open land. Employees అందరికి వచ్చి hey, you want a land to breathe, just use it. So they started using this as a running track. Some people said you want to grow something. We all came together and said, why don't we grow something? And tarvata, then it became a thing. A lot of people were interested. Then slowly it became a campus during the pandemic for a couple of years.
It's a good word, and campus is a good word, actually. Yeah.
And then now later we moved to a different office. We needed another environment. So but we said, okay, what do we do with this? Well, we'll convert it into a farm, and we get into farming. So on the beginning, okay, we got into farming. Okay. Generally, some people have to take interest. The whole product తయారు చేయాలంటే there's someone who believes in that. So okay, go run with it. That is a philosophy. Farm law, in this case, I believe in farming.
Okay.
I mean, I come from a farming family.
Okay.
And so I said, okay, there's nothing like farming. It gives you pleasure. And it's like meditation.
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah.
So we said, okay, we're into farming. And one of our employees said, I want to get into beekeeping. So we got into beekeeping. Other employees said, hey, I want to grow some fish. Okay, we are into fishing.
So ఇక్కడ ఫామ్ ఉంది, ఒక చిన్న సైజు వెజిటబుల్ బెడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, కొన్ని ఫ్లవర్స్ ఉన్నాయి ప్లాంటెడ్, అండ్ దెన్ ఫ్రూట్ ట్రీస్ ఉన్నాయి, అండ్ దే హ్యావ్ సమ్ మీటింగ్ రూమ్స్, అవుట్డోర్ మీటింగ్ రూమ్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ లైక్ అమేజింగ్. ఐ వుడ్ లవ్ టు బీ ఇన్ సచ్ అ ఆఫీస్. ఇలాంటి కూడా పాసిబిలిటీ అని తెలియక దట్స్ వాట్ ఐ వాస్ టెల్లింగ్ హిమ్ దట్ ఐ క్విట్ కార్పొరేట్. ఐ విష్ ఐ హ్యాడ్ సచ్ అన్ ఆపర్చునిటీ. So you have ponds, you have I saw the tractor. Let's talk about that one also in just a bit. ఇదంతా చూస్తూ ఉంటే ఎలా అనిపిస్తుందంటే, okay, one is environment friendly and sustainability and all that. The other is the quality of life ఎంత ఇంపార్టెంట్ కార్పొరేషన్ కి అనేది, కంపెనీకి అనేది. మీరు ఇందాక ఏమన్నారంటే ఎవరికైనా ఎంప్లాయీస్కి ఏమైనా ఐడియాస్ ఉంటే we run with it. What's your criteria in, because everybody will come up with an idea generally. What is a criteria for you to pick and choose one and run with it?
Ideas, generally, it's the rate to me, and the way you look at it is there are always 100 ideas, but there are only one or two people that always convert that into action.
Action, yeah. Oh, no.
And out of that, if you look at the success percentage within, let's say if there are 100 people who convert that into action, only one or two people succeed. But end of the day, you cannot fake a passion.
Yeah, true.
And you say, go run with it. Keep the experiment small. And if you fail, sure, no big deal. If you succeed, sure, double down on it. So that's we give the employee the freedom. Wow. See, employees freedom lapute, they'll what's in it for them? Right? They will leave.
Yeah.
So you have to empower the employees, and then as long as they love what they're doing, and you give them the freedom to it, they'll stick around. That's why there are multiple reasons people stick around. Yeah. People think, finance and salary is the only reason. No, that is not the only reason. There are multiple other things, the working environment, and how independent you are, how much are you respected in the company, and those are various other aspects that come into, and how human a company is. These are things that play a role.
Yeah.
In this case,
Mirilla, as a matter of fact, Anisar Gani, that's a very, very powerful statement you made, and that's why I'm sorry I interrupted you. You said how human a company is. This is a very, very powerful statement. How many people can really consider that as they build an empire? That's what you're building right now, in a way.
I think, I don't know if I want to call it an empire.
No, slowly. That's where it's coming to.
It's end of the day, a company, who are they serving? And it's important. In my view, they are serving two different entities. One is the customer, what is the employee. And they go well with each other. Customer is happy because employee is happy. అక్కడ కస్టమర్ హ్యాపీనెస్ ప్రాబ్లం అంటే That means you have an employee.
Was not serving the...
Because employee is
not happy.
That is why that is shown in the customer. Because customer happiness is completely directly related to employee happiness. But then you add a third angle, let's say an investor angle. All of a sudden, you're serving the investor and that whose interests are not always aligned with the other two. And therein lies the problem. And Dantoti, human aspect, investor is always comes with a greed. And then that focus turns into finances. Then there goes the humanness of a company. So that's where you'll notice that a lot of private companies have had a lot of happy employees. Do this like we do drive through and pick up a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
I go to a random, let's say, drive-thru. I can tell how happy the employee is. On the other hand, I go to Chick-fil-A. I know that the employees are very happy. I can tell the smile based on the smile on their face. They're happy. Because that's a private company. They're taking care of their employees well. Or on Texas Law, we see HEB. HEB is all over the place. Employees are very, very happy there. It's a private company. Because it's a private company, they take care of the employees because the investor part is taking away. And again, it has a lot of humanness to it. That's why employees are happy.
It's such a big, it's a deep topic, and first is to believe in that and danke courage kavali and then implement cheyadaniki and with the conviction. So నేను యాక్చువల్గా మిమ్మల్ని అడుగుదాం అనుకున్నాను. Zoho seems to have ఒకలాంటి ఈ లాయల్టీ, ఎంప్లాయీ లాయల్టీ అట్ ఎ హై రేట్ ఉన్న కంపెనీ లాగా అనిపిస్తుంది వాట్ వి హియర్ అని. సో దాని వెనక ఏంటి అని యూ ఆన్సర్డ్ దట్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ది పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ ఆస్టిన్ ఇన్ ది corporation in
Austin is a US headquarters.
Okay.
This is where majority of the employees here. Texas is where majority of the employees is. So we have about 100 plus employees here. New Braunfels, we set up another office. We have got 80 people there.
Okay.
McAllen and we set up another office. All three, about 70-80 people there, or maybe close to 100 now. So, but this is where...
This is the headquarters for...
yeah, we came to Austin before Austin became cool.
I see.
So that's why it became too cool.
Too cool.
We had to start
farm.
McAllen and New Braunfels.
Okay. So South Kellal's వచ్చింది. Austin pushed you.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did Zoho start? మీ జర్నీ ఎక్కడ మొదలైంది, ఇవాళ ఎక్కడుంది అన్నది కంప్లీట్లీ టెక్నాలజీ డ్రివెన్ కంపెనీ అండ్ మీ బిలీఫ్ ఎంత ఉంది దాని మీద అనేది అర్థమవుతుంది. What are the other verticals that Zoho is looking to spread into other than the technology side?
Step back a little bit. What are the technologies India needs? Is an important question.
Okay.
There are a lot of technologies India needs. And maaku unna stomattodu, what can we do? So we do all of this, or we try to do all of this. That is the theory. For example, and direct kapena indirect is the name cheyakapothu, then we invest in companies. So for example, it's robotics. We invest in several robotics companies. McAllen, we are doing some robotic companies as well. India needs a lot of drones. We invest in drone companies. Material science. Of course, software, consumer software, business software, various aspects there. Similarly, medical equipment, like from infusion pumps now, and we don't even make infusion pumps in India. So we make it in our campus in Chennai.
In Chennai.
Similarly, like India doesn't have mRNA issues. And we invest in companies that they mRNA issues. And there are other medical experiments and investments that are going there. We also invest in chips because India doesn't make its own chips. So we invest in those as well. Alaga, there are a series of this. Our agriculture side, for example, Boson Motorson, we've invested in a company where it's an electric truck to help farmers. Similarly, we invested in another company called Zentron, which is a fruit grading system.
Fruit grading system.
Grading system.
Okay.
So, alaga, there are several other things. end of the day, these are products of the technologies. We are investing in technologies, and then there are products that come out of that technologies.
సో ఇండియాలో ఏమి అవసరాలు ఉన్నాయి అని ఆలోచించి ఆ అవసరాలని తీర్చడానికి ఎక్కడెక్కడ ఎలాంటి సోర్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి, వాటిలో మీరు డైరెక్ట్గా ఏం చేయగలిగితే అవి చేయటం, లేకపోతే అది ఎవరైనా చేస్తుంటే అక్కడ మీకు ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అనిపిస్తే యూ ఇన్వెస్ట్ ఇన్ దట్.
ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ కన్నా యూ ఆల్సో హావ్ టు ఫైండ్ ద రైట్ ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్.
అదే obviously.
మరి ఎగ్జిట్ మైండ్ సెట్ ఉండి ఓకే ఐ వాంట్ టు క్విక్లీ మేక్ మనీ మూవ్ ఆన్ అంటే దట్స్ నాట్ వెరీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్.
Yes, yeah, you're all about sustainability. Yeah, we can tell that. So I was going to ask you that one is that, and there is another side of Zoho where you are preparing or you're manufacturing, if I can use the word, the future of India, as in you're giving education in a different way to some hand-picked students, and then you're transforming them, you're empowering them, you're converting them into the actual product, which can be again investing or working into the corporation.
Yeah, at our scale, it's the small scale.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Everything starts at small scale, and
it's an interesting thing. ఏంటంటే మేము స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు nobody wanted to work for a startup. సో అందరూ పెద్ద సర్వీసెస్ కంపెనీస్ ఇండియాలో సర్వీసెస్ కంపెనీ చేస్తారు. సో స్టార్ట్అప్ రిస్కీ అని ఉండేది. ఎంప్లాయీస్ వచ్చి మాకు ఎర్లీ డేస్ లో కంప్లైంట్ చేసేవారు, మా ఫాదర్ కంప్లైంట్ చేస్తున్నారు, నాకు పిల్లలు ఎవరు ఇవ్వట్లేదు, ఎందుకంటే సమ్ అన్నోన్ స్టార్ట్అప్ ఇక్కడ పనిచేస్తావో తెలియదు, ఆ కంపెనీ ఉంటుందో తెలియదు, నువ్వు కంపెనీ మారు అప్పుడు నేను నా కూతుర్ని ఇస్తానని. సో ఆప్షన్ లేక we also had some other beliefs. అందుకని అలాగే స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. ఆ తర్వాత దెన్ ఇట్ కెప్ట్ ఆన్ గోయింగ్ అండ్ రియలైజ్ దట్ కారలేషన్ లేదు, ఏం చదివాము అనేది ఏం చేస్తామో సంబంధం లేదు, దెన్ వై నాట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ గ్రూమ్ దెమ్ అని చెప్పేసి నౌ వి టీచ్ టెక్నాలజీ, వి టీచ్ బిజినెస్, వి టీచ్ డిజైన్, వి టీచ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దాట్,
we teach farming
and all of that in our own way. And then, you know, business is good. Just, you don't teach business, you do business. And again, we do it, learn it. But farming, you do the farming. We will eventually learn after doing every single mistake.
Okay, it's all about R&D.
It's all about R&D.
మీరు ఇందాక చెప్పిన విషయానికి ఆలోచిస్తే, అప్పట్లో చిన్నప్పుడంతా చెప్పేవాళ్ళు కదా, నెసెసిటీ ఈజ్ ద మదర్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్వెన్షన్ అని. సో అలా you started off educating people or building your own ఒక రకంగా మీ ఎంప్లాయీస్ని మీరు తయారు చేసుకున్నారు, మీకు ఎలా కావాలో అలా స్టూడెంట్ ఏజ్ నుంచి, యూనో ఎడ్యుకేటింగ్ దెమ్, షేపింగ్ దెమ్ ఇన్ a wonderful way.
And because that's the key. Because ప్రోడక్ట్ తయారు చేసే మైండ్ సెట్ ఒక రకంగా ఉంటుంది, సర్వీసెస్ మైండ్ సెట్ ఉంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సర్వీసెస్ అనుకోండి, projects take a long time and there's no incentive to shorten it. In fact, there is incentive to extend it.
Yeah.
And at work up, Raju, the product. So we had to compress it. So mindset change చేయడం కన్నా educate చేయడం easier. That is how we started.
మీరు ఒక ఇంటర్వ్యూలో ఒక చాలా పవర్ఫుల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ చేశారండి, విచ్ వాజ్ యూ సెడ్ దట్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్, డిగ్రీ, ఇవన్నీ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ సమ్ మనీ యూ జస్ట్ గో బై అండ్ నైస్ ప్రింటర్ అండ్ ప్రింట్ సర్టిఫికేట్ అండ్ కీప్ అని అన్నారు మీరు. ఎంత నిజమో అది, ఆ మాట చాలా నిజం. బట్ aren't we all living in that kind of mindset? Majority, I'd say 95% or maybe more than that, with a mindset that one has to raise their children. పిల్లల్ని పెంచేటప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఓ పర్టిక్యులర్ డిగ్రీ తీసుకోవాలి, వాళ్ళు ఒక పర్టిక్యులర్ కేటగిరీకి వెళ్ళాలి, ఈ చదువుకోవాలి, ఇలాంటి మైండ్ సెట్లోనే పెంచుతున్నాం కదా మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్. వాట్ డూ యూ హ్యావ్ టు సే టు దెమ్?
అంటే 4 ఏళ్ళు చదివి 40 ఏళ్ళు పనికొచ్చే రోజులు పోయినాయి. ఆ స్పీసెట్ ఇప్పుడు ఒక ప్లంబింగ్ నేర్చుకుంటే దట్స్ వన్ థింగ్, అండ్ మేబీ యూ కెన్ యూజ్ దట్ స్టిల్ ఫర్ మేబీ 10 ఏళ్ళు 20 ఏళ్ళు 30 ఏళ్ళు. ఇప్పుడు 4 ఏళ్ళు ఏవైతే నేర్చుకున్నావు, పర్టికులర్లీ టెక్నాలజీ, కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ అయితే అది 4 నెలల్లో పేస్ట్ అవుతారా? మేబీ ఐఎమ్ ఎగ్జాజరేటింగ్. పాయింట్ ఈజ్ మనం నేర్చుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే ఏమి నేర్చుకుంటాము అని కాదు, జస్ట్ నేర్చుకోవటం అనేది కంటిన్యూస్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అనేది నేర్చుకోవాలి. రియలీ లెర్నింగ్, ద హ్యాబిట్ ఆఫ్ లెర్నింగ్.
So it's ongoing.
It's an ongoing. It's a never. So that's why colleges themselves are pretty not very helpful. Just to put it subtly.
Yeah.
Because continuous education, 4 ఏళ్ళు చదివి ఓకే నేను ఇంత పే చేయాలి, ఇంత డెట్లో గిరా అంటే that those days are gone. So colleges themselves have to change in the context of continuous education. Next 10 ఏళ్ళు 20 ఏళ్ళు they have to keep me educated. Then otherwise they are outdated already. Because the concept of colleges now are already outdated at this point.
Isn't this a disruptive thought process for an existing education system? And I'm totally with you. I'm 100% with your thought process. కానీ ఒక సిస్టమ్ ఇన్ ప్లేస్ ఉన్న సిస్టమ్కి ఇది చాలా డిస్ట్రప్టివ్ థాట్ ప్రాసెస్ కదా. అండ్ హ్యావ్ యూ సీన్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ పీపుల్ టువర్డ్స్ దిస్, ఆర్ హ్యావ్ యూ సీన్ them being very open and understanding about this concept?
Because any incumbent doesn't like change. So colleges are going to be resistant to that change. కొంతమంది బాగానే అడాప్ట్ అవుతున్నారు. నేను చేంజ్ అవుతాను, ఎడ్యుకేట్ అవుతాను అని ఇంకి యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఆస్క్ ద సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఏ ఊర్లోకి వెళ్ళినా, పల్లెటూరులోకి వెళ్ళినా, లాట్ ఆఫ్ కాలేజెస్ ఇండియాలో. ఆ పల్లెటూరులో దగ్గరలో ఫ్యాక్టరీలోకి వెళ్తే ఫ్యాక్టరీలో ఏ పార్ట్ చేస్తున్నా దే ఆర్ నాట్ మేడ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా. మనం అంతమంది మెకానిక్స్, సివిల్ ఇంజనీర్స్, సో మెనీ ఇంజనీర్స్ ఆ కాలేజ్లో అదే పల్లెటూరులో ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేసిన ఇంజనీర్స్ ఆ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ ఎందుకు తయారు చేయలేకపోతున్నారు? దేర్ ఇస్ అ డిస్కనెక్ట్ బిట్వీన్ థియరీ అండ్ ప్రాక్టీస్. అండ్ దెన్ మేబీ దే ఆర్ నాట్ యాడింగ్ ఎ లాట్ ఆఫ్ వాల్యూ. And over a period of time, people will understand, and a number of people who get degrees will go down. You have to change it times. When technology company on like BlackBerry line ఇదే చేస్తాను అనుకుంటే obviously iPhone వచ్చి the same thing college లో అదే అవుతారు. So if colleges don't change, well, there's a new education system. In fact, I thought something like Khan Academy was a good thing. Now Khan Academy is an old thing. Now with AI, a lot of other things are changing. So completely disruption. There's a massive disruption.
Yeah. Already coming in place.
Coming in place.
ఒక్కటే ఏంటంటే people's mindset, maybe they have to still be open అవ్వగలగాలి for a new sort of lifestyle perhaps in the future at some point వస్తుందేమో. ఇప్పటికి కూడా సిస్టమ్ క్వశ్చన్స్, రైట్? ఎవరైనా ఒక టిపికల్ మైండ్ సెట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియన్ ఇస్ వీళ్ళు ఇంజనీరింగ్ అయితే వీళ్ళు సక్సెస్ఫుల్, బాగా పెంచారు పిల్లలు, వీళ్ళు డాక్టర్ అయితే వీళ్ళు సక్సెస్ఫుల్, వీళ్ళు బాగా పెంచారు. సో దేర్ ఇస్ ద థాట్ ప్రాసెస్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ ఇస్ వెరీ మచ్ ఓరియంటెడ్ టువర్డ్స్ నువ్వు రేపొద్దున చదువుకున్న తర్వాత, నువ్వు ఉద్యోగం చేసిన తర్వాత నువ్వు ఎన్ని మిలియన్ల డాలర్లు సంపాదించగలవు, ఎంత పెద్ద ఇల్లు కట్టగలవు, ఆర్ దట్ ఈస్ indirectly something that we are inducing into the children's brain as a success measure, unfortunately.
That's an important word, measure. Measuring and metric system is one of the broken systems.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Metric systems, measurement systems are for machines, of people. and that is a fundamental issue. ఎంత సంపాదించాడు లేకపోతే because measure చేయడం ఈజీ కాబట్టి, సో యూ ట్రై టు గో విత్ ఇట్. ద ఇంటాంజిబుల్స్ దట్ కెనాట్ బి క్యాప్చర్డ్ ఇన్ ఎ స్ప్రెడ్షీట్, దోస్ ఆర్ మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ దాన్ లైక్ ఇప్పుడు హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నా అంటే యూ కెనాట్ పుట్ ఎ నెంబర్ ఆన్ ఇట్, బట్ కంపెనీస్ ఫోర్స్ యూ టు పుట్ ఎ నెంబర్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ if you're a public company, you are forced to put a number on intangible assets. But your happy employers, how do you put a number on that intangible assets of the happiness of an employee and the passion of saying, how do you put a number on a beauty? Those are immeasurable. So you should not even try to measure it. That's a systemic problem. That's where degree ఎన్ని మార్కులు వచ్చి మెజర్ చేస్తాం, కానీ అది ఎంత సీక్ అయింది, ఎంత డీటెయిల్ అయింది, ఎంత అర్థమైంది, అనేది ఎవరు మెజర్ చేయరు. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఫండమెంటల్ ది వాళ్ళు కంప్లీట్ మెజర్మెంట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ అవే ఫ్రమ్ దట్ మైండ్.
చాలా again it's very powerful thinking, and this is, I think that is where the whole change makers laga avutundi Zoho as a company. Meeru wherever you are going, whatever businesses you are probably touching, right, you're taking a culture with you, you're taking a thought with you, and that you are spreading into the society. And we are really hoping to see a bigger change in the coming days at some place, somewhere, somehow. I really wish that happens. Another thing that comes to my mind, right, manam degrees వీటి గురించి మాట్లాడాం కదా, మీరు మెజర్ అని అన్నారు. Even for private companies per se, maybe the philosophy, the company philosophy or the visionaries philosophy is not something what you are all thinking, right? అందుకనే కూడా ఇప్పటికి కూడా ఏ కంపెనీ అయినా చాలా వరకు there is a measure, right? Your quarterly measure, where did you come, how far did you come, where did we start, where are we now, where are we lacking, those kind, and numbers wise. That is, so what do you have to say to them? Ela, and isn't it very difficult not to have that sort of measure and keep motivating the company and employees?
Okay, measure undochu. What do you value that measure? I mean, we have measures like, are we growing? Okay, sure. Are we making money? Sure. Or at least we know that we need measures cheyale theriyariyat. But ade target కింద పెడితే then the company and the culture will completely change. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక కాల్ సెంటర్ తీసుకోండి. నేను I'll say I'll measure the performance of the individual based on number of calls. ఎప్పుడు పెట్టేద్దామా అని చూస్తాను అంతే కదా. I'll measure them based on number of tickets he closed అన్నారు అనుకోండి. క్విక్గా రెస్పాండ్ చేస్తాడు, టికెట్ క్లోజ్ చేస్తాడు, కస్టమర్ మళ్ళీ ఓపెన్ చేస్తాడు, మళ్ళీ క్లోజ్ చేస్తాడు. దెన్ దట్ బికమ్స్ అ మెజర్, రైట్? బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ సే I want to measure based on the customer happiness, customer, there's no measure to that, then all of a sudden it takes a different thing. If we say, I don't care how much time you spend with the customer, make sure you take care of the customer and be there only. And I'm not going to measure you. You'll make sure that the customer is happy. So measures will ruin some metrics, will ruin the performance of a lot of these. Then quarterly results, and they have a target, but they'll figure out a way to achieve the target because the incentive system is based on that. And then it ruins the culture of the company in the process. Short term, it's like short term work, long term work. We have measures for systems, but we don't have measures for people. And you cannot measure, put a number on a person. There's no way. So we don't do that. We don't even try to do that. Trying to do that itself will lead you to hell.
వెరీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ అండి. ఇప్పుడు కంపెనీలో చాలా మంది ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఉంటారు, టీమ్స్, మల్టిపుల్ టీమ్స్ ఉంటే ఒక్కొక్క టీంలో మల్టిపుల్ పీపుల్ ఉంటారు కదా, డూయింగ్ సిమిలర్ థింగ్. వాట్స్ దేర్, ఐ మీన్, డస్ యువర్ కంపెనీ గివ్ దెమ్ ఎనీ ఇన్సెంటివ్ ఇన్ ఎనీ అదర్ ఫార్మ్, షేప్? అండ్ హౌ డు యూ దెన్, ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ మెజర్, హౌ డు యూ దెన్ ఇవాల్యుయేట్? ఎలాగా చూస్తారు?
Who is the best person to evaluate living for? My decision making process ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే, decision should always be made by people who are closest to the problem. So ఒక పర్సన్ ఆఫ్ ఎంప్లాయీ సరిగ్గా చేస్తారా లేదా మెజర్ చేయడానికి ఇమీడియట్ మేనేజర్ కానీ whoever is working very close to him will be the one that will make a decision. And that's going to be a human decision. And not someone sitting somewhere else who is looking at some number and doing it. No. సో తను చేస్తారా లేదా, ప్యాషన్ ఎలా ఉందా, దెర్ ఆర్ అదర్ ఇంటాంజిబుల్స్ హోలిస్టిక్ గా చూసి దెన్ we try to or actually compensate or to promote or give him initiative or that. But it's not purely on a number. So when you push the decision making to the closest to where the entity, then that is the thing. But expectation ఏంటంటే, there is never a perfect system. There's nothing called a perfect system. If you try to achieve perfection, you will completely ruin the system itself.
Wow.
Because humans are not perfect.
Yeah.
So you're expecting humans who are imperfect design a system that is perfect. That is impossible.
Wow.
So you don't do it. Roughly, it works.
Yeah.
And make sure you take care of people.
Yeah. Maybe you're building a relation also.
Yeah.
I have one more question if you don't mind in the same lines. సో చాలా వరకు పీపుల్ మైండ్ సెట్స్ అన్ని డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంటాయి కదా. కొంతమందికి కొన్ని ఇష్టం అయితే కొంతమంది దే లుక్ ఎట్ లైఫ్ ఇన్ డిఫరెంట్ వే. ద వే యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్, ఒకవేళ లెట్స్ సే డిఫరెన్సెస్ వచ్చాయనుకోండి విత్ ఇన్ ద టీమ్, విత్ ఇన్ ద ఎంప్లాయీస్, కాన్ఫ్లిక్ట్ ఆఫ్ థాట్స్ ఆర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్, హౌ డు యూ రిజాల్వ్ దోస్?
End of the day,
do you have like open dialogues ఉంటాయా ఎట్లాగా?
Open dialogues, first thing ఏంటంటే there are some open routes. First thing, have a conversation. A lot of conflicts come from not having conversation. And then ego comes into the picture.
Yeah.
If you remove those two, if you enable the conversation, putting the ego aside, try to have conversation.
But everyone has to remove though.
Everyone has to, and that doesn't always happen. And then there is a frequency match about it. The manager ki or they thought up. Then take the employee and move into another manager or somewhere else where the frequency matches. So then, because there are no two people, just employees, no two people, including our spouses, where we don't accept. Understand how much. And agree or have.
Yeah, no two people can never 100% agree. Yeah.
If they agree, then there's a issue.
There's a problem.
So which means we try to make sure that you put them in an environment where both of them succeed.
Yeah.
So that's why there's no science to it. It's just understanding people and put them in a place where they can succeed. I think we don't. That's why you have to do it at the human level. And it has to be. You have to be close to the problem. And here, the employees can fire their manager. Meaning they can go to a different manager.
Employees can fire their manager.
And if they have too many problems with too many things, they can fire the management or they can fire the company. Meaning they go to a different company. And hopefully they find a company that matches their mindset.
Yeah. Is this like all ఇవన్నీ కూడా building blocks లాగా probably work out అవుతాయా మీ overall structure ki where there is no hierarchy system? You don't believe in hierarchy, I assume.
You're working with someone. You're not working for someone. Big difference. The end of the day, each one is talented.
Yeah.
Our talent already, what can we do together? Maybe creating a product or creating something. That is what we try to do together. Kalishas well. Because my company, we ban words like sir, madam, no, everyone is the bush.
What's their name?
All first name. Everyone is the same level. Everyone sits at the same desk. The management room, no, none of that. No corner rooms, none of that. Everyone sits in the same desk. The same thing, and everyone eats at the same table. So everyone is working together to create something. Simple. Then it's a working environment to create something, and that kind of works for us. And each company is different.
No.
And Mark work at the very company work all and it is based on the people that are part of it, and they make the company work. So make what and the same set of people, they're a different company, their behavior will be different because of the circumstances and everything.
Yeah. It's always give and take అనేది ఉంటుంది, ఎక్కడైనా ఉంటుంది. So can we talk about this one, Andy? I want you to explain to us what is this all about.
Yeah, we make some of these gifts and other aspects. Generally, customers వచ్చినా లేకపోతే analysts వచ్చినా ఎవరికైనా గిఫ్ట్ ఇవ్వాలన్నా we make some of these. But the idea is ఎక్కడో ఏదో కొనుక్కొని తీసుకొచ్చి గిఫ్ట్ ఇవ్వడం వాటిని వినిపిస్తుంది. If you look at India or technology side movies, we forgot the traditional artists gani, sculptures gani. We forgot some of this, musicians gani and that. Maybe what we do is we hire these artists. Hire artists with these sculptures, have musicians who are passionate about it. So 130, we handcraft some of these gifts. So this one is handcrafted. And that story is probably captured. YouTube, I think you'll likely see a story on how this was created.
Yeah.
And each gift is handcrafted and is given to maybe a partner, maybe a customer or whatnot.
There's a
How can we
here.
Yeah, how can we bring in our traditional arts into the modern technology? My application lo the background images earlier. Some of those images are hand-drawn artwork by some of our artists who are kind of going out of fashion per se in the modern world, but it's important to preserve those. So how can we bring those elements into the technology world, into the modern world, digitize it, and make sure that we provide a good livelihood for that community? That's an important aspect. But same thing, one thing is we generally don't like hiring a lot of celebrities in our ads. And we don't hire big musicians.
Any specific reason? And what's the philosophy behind that?
It's simply the products are the thing. If you need someone else to promote the product, then products must be out. If the products are not able to sell themselves, they should be the actor, they should be the heroes. If they are not, then something is wrong with something you created. So if you need a celebrity to promote a product, so we don't. And in fact, most of the videos my background music my employees agree because there are a lot of people are multi-talented.
Of course.
There are a lot of people who write code and who are also excellent musicians.
Absolutely.
Create a music for this one and they love being part of it and all of that. So you get to create a vibrant culture, and chala mandi talented, multiple talents, and that's again goes back to employee retention, employee attraction and that.
It's a beautiful thought process, and really it's really I'm in awe. So one of the interviews lo Sridhar garu he mentioned about we don't believe in much of marketing, and product or our work or our company should speak for itself. And so it's very like then ade wonder aithu untanu whenever I'm like learning about each of you all speak the same language, you all speak it like a puzzle of pieces laga, everything just falls like that together. It is so wonderful. And I think andaru kuda ee type of culture ni chusi emulate cheste maybe we'll see a better world anpistuntundi naaku.
We speak the same language partly because we are living with like I spend more than half my life.
Longest time.
And that is the case with majority of the senior member team. More than half the time. So that's why, in fact, we came up with it in our home said, it's your life work is powered by our life's work.
Wow.
Because it is really a life's work.
It is.
Next year will be 30 years happening. And when we grew up together, went through the tough times and good times together, then you think alive. And another way to look at it is the people that did not believe in this model moved on, and the people that believed in this model and stuck around and believed in that initial vision are so you'll hear the same story.
It's interesting how oka success story cheppetappudu కంటిన్యూస్ గా ఆ జర్నీలో భాగమైన వాళ్ళని చూస్తాం, కానీ మధ్యలో చాలా ఫాలోఅవుట్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. కానీ వాటన్నిటినీ కూడా యూఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు విత్స్టాండ్ స్ట్రాంగ్లీ అండ్ దెన్ స్టిల్ కీప్ యువర్ ఫిలాసఫీ లైక్ దాట్ అండ్ గ్రౌండెడ్ అండ్ మూవింగ్ ఆన్. ఐ థింక్ అది సక్సెస్ జర్నీకి సక్సెస్ కి ఫార్ములా ఏమో అని అనిపిస్తుంది.
We have a long way to go. I won't call us also successful. At least there's a long way to go.
This is just how the humbleness speaking, or maybe the company philosophy that you have to be humble.
We want to be, I think this is just the, first inning sentence. So,
yeah. For sure, you have long way. Ante Zoho is becoming a very, very strong company, so much that companies like Salesforce or Microsoft, now they started, okay, who is this company? And we have to be watching what exactly they're delivering into the market. And a position Ravatam itself is a huge success for people, for a common man. And that's very aspirational. And it's promising also. Ala cheyachu mano anedi meer chubistunnaru. So which is wonderful. One question I had. మీరు ఇందాక ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఇట్లా సేమ్ పీపుల్ ది క్రియేటివ్ సైడ్ కూడా ఉంటారని అన్నారు కదా. సో మీరు హైర్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు డూ యూ ఆస్క్ దెమ్ అబౌట్ దేర్ అదర్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ హాబీస్ అట్లాగా, ఆర్ యూ జస్ట్ థ్రో ఇట్ ఓపెన్ అండ్ దెన్ ఆర్ యూ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ అని అడుగుతారు?
We don't, but they sometimes they learn on the job. Sometimes they already have a talent that they'll not.
I see.
And
this comes together.
It comes together.
Nice. And మీ ఇంటర్వ్యూ ప్రాసెస్ డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంటుందండి? I mean, any other?
It's we don't ask for degrees. ఏం చేస్తున్నావు, ఎలా చేస్తున్నావు. Sometimes
and age కూడా you don't bother about?
No, age doesn't matter. It is about the passion. It comes to, and you can filter it. Looking at a resume, you can tell apart. Looking at a LinkedIn, like for example, I personally, చాలా మంది LinkedIn profile చూస్తే is very very comprehensive. So those are people who safe to ignore. So I ignore a lot of stuff. Such.
I see.
Yes. When somebody on the company number 1, company number 2, company number 3, they worked in all the big companies.
So then you don't want them.
You don't want them because they're interested in building their profile.
Yes.
They're not just building products and companies.
Wow, that's it.
So, alaga, and setting the right expectations. Why are they the right fit for us? What is the modern motivation? That they are joining us. And a lot of companies, a lot of people want to join us because we are good. But I'm looking for people who want to join us to make us good. Big difference.
Oh, yeah?
So, once they say, I want to join a good company, then you're already starting the wrong path. Yeah, right? I think I can contribute and let's become great, from good to great. There's a different mindset. Our mindset, then that is the right fit.
So before we get to the today's world and US lo mana Indians gurinchi maatladali meeto quick thoughts I need. But before that, one question about you and your association with the company, Andy. So success lo company is doing well, anta baagundi veltunnamu, here chinna hiccups here and there annappudu everybody will stick around. ఎప్పుడైతే షేకీ సిచ్యువేషన్ వస్తుందో, ఎప్పుడైతే ఫ్యూచర్ ఏంటో అనేది క్వశ్చనబుల్ అవుతుందో, అప్పుడు పీపుల్ జనరలీ డోంట్ స్టిక్ అరౌండ్. వాట్ వాజ్ ద సీక్రెట్ ఆర్ వాట్ వాజ్ ద బైండింగ్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఫార్ whoever was there with Zoho in those times?
Yeah, we've had some tough times, but one thing ఏంటంటే toughest time when the revenue dried up, we did not let any employees go. Particularly, no engineers were let go. And if the employee is there, if the employer is there with the employee during the toughest times, then the employee will be
there with the employer.
Even when employer has tough times. That is one aspect. And then there's a philosophical alignment. That plays a bigger role than other things like salary. You're aligned towards a goal, common goal on what we are trying to do. You're doing the right things. There's never a perfect 100% alignment with any company. 80% alignment, 90% alignment, 70% alignment. Alignment with it, and you're happy. You're happy, and the company understands you're a human being, not an employee ID. Then good shape. I think that is the reason. What is one of the many reasons people stick around? Because human level is important. Because కొన్ని years సరిగ్గా పనిచేస్తారు, కొన్ని years maybe for whatever personal reasons you have some ups and downs, even personal life, and they impact your work. So all of a sudden impacted and I want this employee to go into it. That's not how things work. So in other words, the employer have to be there during ups and downs and understand those situations. That's at the personal level. You need that connect. Then the loyalty will also develop.
The exact definition of being human, the company being human.
Be human. Totally. That's important.
Very nice.
And like, for example, a lot of people ask us what is your either department of to donate money and all of that. We don't have that department, so we just talk. So say, hey, how much do you donate here? How much do you donate here? And they say you have a giving department typically. So
there's no taking, there's giving.
సో అంటే అక్కడ ఎందుకు డొనేట్ చేస్తారో దీనికి ఎక్కడ డొనేట్ చేస్తారో అని అడుగుతారు. దిస్ అ టర్మ్ ఫర్ ఇట్, బట్ వీ డోంట్ బిలీవ్ ఇన్ దట్. ఇన్ అదర్ వర్డ్స్, ఒకసారి దేర్ ఇస్ వన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ లైక్ యువర్ సేల్స్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ హూ ఇస్ ఇన్ ఇట్ టు కలెక్ట్ మనీ, అండ్ దెన్ దేర్ ఈస్ దిస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ దట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ డొనేటింగ్ మనీ, అండ్ దెన్ యూ ఆర్ డ్యూయల్ పర్సనాలిటీ రైట్ దేర్ యాజ్ అ కంపెనీ. సో దెన్ ఇట్ డజంట్ వర్క్ దట్ వే. అంతే కదా, ఇక్కడేమో నేను వాళ్ళు డొనేట్ చేస్తాను, ఆ నాన్ ప్రాఫిట్ చేస్తాను, ఈ నాన్ ప్రాఫిట్ చేస్తాను అంటారు. ఒకసారి ఏమో దే ఆర్ వెరీ రూత్లెస్ విత్ ద కస్టమర్. హౌ కెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ డ్యూయల్ పర్సనాలిటీ బిట్వీన్ దోస్? We don't do any of that. We don't have.
Don't you see it like here giving because there's a need, there
you're taking because
they're
But I think you have to combine the two and look at it holistically. And can you build it into a business model? Marku, we don't have a department. Every employee is empowered to give. Number one. If you believe in a cause, say, na palturlo, na particular na cause, I believe in it, and you make a case and say, then you do it. Because it's not built into departments, it should be available for everyone. Everyone should be human. Every employee should be human, and they should be helping their community, their poor, all of that, which should not be a predefined department. So we don't have the predefined department. The entire company should be built that.
Wow.
That's our model.
సో రాజు గారు, ఇప్పుడు రైట్ నౌ మీరు అన్నారు ఇందాక, టఫ్ టైమ్స్లో వీ నెవర్ లెట్ అవర్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ గో అండ్ వీ ఆల్వేస్ హ్యాడ్ దేర్ బ్యాక్ అని. కానీ ఇవాళ ప్రపంచం యాక్చువల్గా ఇప్పుడు రైట్ నౌ ఇన్ అమెరికా ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఇన్ ద రివర్స్ డైరెక్షన్ కదా. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద టైమ్స్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద రీజన్స్ ఆర్, పీపుల్ ఆర్ జస్ట్ లూజింగ్ జాబ్స్ అండ్ చాలా మంది దే హ్యాస్ బీన్ అ హ్యూజ్ ఇన్ఫ్లక్స్ ఆల్సో. చాలా మంది వచ్చారు, మైగ్రేట్ అయ్యారు, అండ్ ఇప్పుడు సెటిల్ అవుతున్న వాళ్ళకు కూడా కొంచెం షేకీ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఉంది ఇప్పుడు. What's your take on this at this point of time, American situation?
అంటే ఒకసారి you have to zoom out and look at the macro level. And US లో ఒకప్పుడు 73% of the population was in farming. Now it's about 1.6%.
Wow.
73 to 1.6. What did
almost gone like that.
Almost gone కదా. But the productivity is increased during that period. Whereas 1.6 people, 0.6% of the people are producing more than 76%. When 76% were employed, that is a reality. And or manufacturing this content, US lo about close to 40% of the US population was in manufacturing. Uppudu 8%. What happened to that? Right?
Wow.
US ga ఇప్పుడు చైనా కూడా అంతే. చైనాలో about 60% used to be, or 60+% used to be in farming. Now that is coming down. Manufacturing, 38% used to be in manufacturing. Now it has come down to 8 to 10%. Any industry తీసుకుంటే the number of jobs ఒక peak వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత it will keep shrinking. Just that the jobs will go elsewhere. That is a reality. India ఇప్పటికీ majority of it 50% అంతా మనకి agriculture society. And manufacturing is about, say, 20%. In fact, we say technology jobs sometimes. Technology jobs only 5% of our jobs. 5% we are seeing the shrinkage. But broadly చూసుకుంటే 70% నుంచి 1.6% వచ్చినప్పుడు that is the nature of this. ఏంటంటే there are tools and things that were created that enable productivity. Farming ఏమైంది, ట్రాక్టర్స్, మెషిన్స్ అంత వలన you did not need laptop people because people got productive. So the tractors are coming to technology. So that is AI. Or even మనకి ప్లస్ తీసుకోండి, లూమింగ్ మెషిన్స్ ఉంది. లూమింగ్ మెషిన్స్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత లాట్ ఆఫ్ హ్యాండ్ లూమర్స్ disappeared. They found other jobs, other ways to it. The number of, we have more clothes than ever.
Yeah.
But looming machines automated a lot of things. So tractors automated agriculture. Moving machines automated the clothes manufacturing, power looms, and AI is automating these jobs. So we have to understand that whatever percentage of jobs that US has in any country has in this technology world is going to stick. That is a macro level. And that is the reality. Here is
So you're giving a reality check right there.
reality check. So
Bound to happen.
bound to happen because looming machines are coming to, the power looms are coming to software. So we are
No more handlooms.
no more habits. So now you go elsewhere. And there will be new industries that will be created, new opportunities that will be created, new other things that will be created, and service industry will obviously thrive. And that is where things are going. Even South Korea is a good example. South Korea chuskunte, the manufacturing jobs are 30% of the now it has come down significantly. And culture, it tells them what are they focusing on? Well, they are focusing on other aspects there. People are interested in, like K-pop. Which, that's a cultural aspect to it. K-food, which, there is a cultural aspect to it. Everyone is an influencer. Everyone has a YouTube channel and everyone is producing content. And maybe that is where it is going. It is possible because even the automated the jobs have to be going elsewhere. With agriculture నుంచి డెవలప్ అవడానికి మనం we went to manufacturing. Agriculture jobs shrink అయినాయి, productivity increase. Now manufacturing jobs shrink అవుతున్నాయి, automation and whatnot. And now they are moving to technology and all of that. And technology shrink అవుతుంది, you have to move elsewhere.
వచ్చేసింది కాబట్టి move elsewhere.
We'll move elsewhere. No question. The question is, ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తున్నాం అని తెలియదు. That's one way to look at it. AI said, I look at it in also a different way. చిన్నప్పుడు I remember, ఇండియాలో ఉత్తరం రాసి పోస్టర్ పెట్టి చూసాం. అది ఈమెయిల్ అయిపోయింది. ఫోటోలు I remember స్టూడియోకి వెళ్ళి కడిగి పెట్టేవాళ్ళు. ఇప్పుడు జస్ట్ డిజిటల్ అయిపోయి. యూఎస్ వచ్చిన కొత్తలో శాన్ ఫ్రాన్సిస్కోలో మ్యాప్ చూసుకుని యూస్ నావిగేట్ శాన్ ఫ్రాన్సిస్కో.
I remember too.
బిఫోర్ GPS. అది డిజిటల్ అయిపోయింది. whatever we had on the atoms, slowly చూసుకుంటే అన్ని డిజిటల్ అయిపోయాయి. నా మనీ ఫిజికల్ ఫామ్ ఉంది, అది డిజిటల్ అయిపోతుంది. సో ఇప్పటి వరకు ఏం చేసామంటే ఐటమ్స్ అన్ని డిజిటల్ అయిపోయాయి. But for the first time, human body and human brain is what is going digital. AI is a digital version of the brain, except it could be a collective brain. And robotics is maybe kind of a digital version of a body. And now things it's directly impacting us, and that has a massive impact on jobs. Now all manufacturing, a large percent of manufacturing jobs will transition to something else because you need a small percentage, and that can be seen. So andukani the number of jobs will shrink in some categories. And we are seeing it. But car industry తీసుకున్నాం. The Chinese are ahead when it comes to car industry. When they are way ahead. ఇప్పుడు Xiaomi లాంటి కంపెనీ తీసుకుంటే they produce about, like ఒక ఫ్యాక్టరీలో they have about 2,000 employees and they produce about 1,000 cars a day. 1-to-2 ratio. In other words, every 2 employees to a car produce చేస్తారు. US లో that is 6-to-1 ratio. I mean, every 6 employees ke oil bird is that. If you think that is where the manufacturing is going, that means a large percentage of US manufacturing jobs in automotive are going to
disappear.
Not to mention what will happen when robotics come. Right?
Okay.
So this is coming. And that is where I'm optimistic on where things are going. I think people will go back to land. People will go back to growing their own food in their backyard. And people will really take care of the nature, Mother Nature. And people will spend more time with the culture, with their family, while other things are done. I think that is where things is headed. So the current job, I'm not too, now it feels bad. But macro level, if I look at it, that is how I'm looking. I know I kind of went all over the place.
No, actually, chala interesting observation adi. And you make me think like ante oka ecosystem ganaka draw cheste, we can actually see that circle coming back.
Exactly coming back because we are also realizing the benefit of it. పల్లెటూరులో నేను ఒకటి అర్థం చేసుకొని ఏంటంటే ప్రతి ఇంటి ముందు ఒక తులసి మొక్క ఉంటుంది అండ్ అండ్ ప్రతి ఇంటి పక్కన వెనకాల ఒక వేప చెట్టు ఉంటుంది. ఇంటి ముందు చుట్టూరు బంతిపూలు ఉంటాయి, రైట్? అండ్ దెన్ ఒక మునగ చెట్టు ఉంటుంది. I started noticing this thing. And then in farming, after digging out of brain, ఏంటంటే తులసి చెట్టు ఉన్నది హెల్త్ రీజన్స్, బంతిపూలు అన్ని దే ఆర్ న్యాచురల్ పెస్ట్ రిపెల్లెంట్స్, అందుకని చుట్టూరు ముందేస్తారు. బికాస్ మేము ఇక్కడ ఫార్మ్లో వీ డూ ఇట్ బికాస్ వీ డోంట్ ఆర్గానిక్ కాబట్టి చుట్టూరు బంతిపూలు వేస్తాం, ఎందుకంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ న్యాచురల్ పెస్ట్ రిపెల్లెంట్. వేప చెట్టు నీమ్, ఆబ్వియస్లీ నీమ్ ఆయిల్ ఇట్స్ వెరీ హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఆన్ అదర్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్. లైక్ మునగ చెట్టు యూ యూజ్ ఇట్ ఫర్ వేరియస్ థింగ్స్, ఆకుల దగ్గర నుంచి, కుక్కల దగ్గర నుంచి, రూట్స్ దగ్గర నుంచి. ఇన్ఫాక్ట్ ఆఫ్రికాలో దే యూజ్ దోస్ పాడ్స్ ఫర్ క్లీనింగ్ వాటర్. బికాస్ ఇండియాలో మన పాతకాలం ఉన్నప్పుడు ఒక పల్లెటూరులో ఒక ఈచ్ హౌస్ వాజ్ సెల్ఫ్ సస్టైనబుల్. We forgot those good practices. Now we have moved to a completely new world where everything is centralized, whether your grocery store is centralized, all of that. We hope we'll go back to that place where you will convert your parking garage into your land where you can grow stuff. I think we may go back and discover the things that we are forgetting. And that may require going back to rurals to get some land and all of that. And all of it is connected to technology.
It is
connected to technology because it is the technology that created the current problem too. Because I would attribute one of the, what is the technology that made today's cities? I would say it's the elevator. Imagine New York without an elevator, right? Tokyo without an elevator. Alage, అది 1850s ఎప్పుడు ఎలివేటర్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తారు, 1880s కల్లా it kind of took off. That is the reason New York population elevator adoption correlation చూస్తే you'll directly see the correlation.
I see.
Any city correlation. So you'll see the correlation because that technology contribute to it. Now will cloud move people remotely to Paltool ki villages ki, and AI help them to put value where it is needed with their family, with the nature, with the community and all of that. I suspect it will play a role. It may take a few decades to play out, but I suspect that is where it is going.
Very interesting take, Andy, because see, the way people, general common man sees the world is, okay, everything anta minda kanatugane digitize ayipindi, anta automate ayipindi, robotics or AI or robots. Like Austin, we heard that there are robots walking on the streets these days. So, and so much to an extent where people are depending on AI, not everybody, but whoever can afford, depending on AI for a companion too. That means relationships kani, values kani, that human touch kani, everything is kind of vanishing into this world. And you are seeing it in the exactly opposite direction. You're saying, because all this has happened, ikkad nunchi malla aa first ఎక్కడైతే గ్రాస్ రూట్ లో మనం మొదలు పెట్టామో, ఎక్కడ మన ఫౌండేషన్ మొదలైందో, లైఫ్ మళ్ళీ అక్కడికి వెళ్తుంది అని ఒక ఆప్టిమిస్టిక్ వ్యూని మీరు ప్రెజెంట్ చేశారు ఇప్పుడు.
Certainly, because ఎదురెళ్ళి ఇప్పుడు సిటీస్ చూసారు అందరూ, దే వాంట్ టు లివ్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్ లో పర్టికులర్లీ చూస్తే టవర్స్ వచ్చేసినాయి. డిప్రెసింగ్, డిప్రెసింగ్, అండ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ప్రౌడ్ ఆఫ్ హౌ.
Honestly, when I come from Hyderabad, నేను వెళ్ళిన ప్రతిసారి this is not my Hyderabad అనే ఫీలింగ్ లో ఉంటాను. And my friends and all వాళ్ళందరూ తిడతారు, how can you be so selfish అని. అంటే it's growing కదా, it's a development, how can you even say that?
Development is okay, but if you're going vertical, that is depressing. Partly because research has been done since 1960s, 50s నుంచి research was done. The far away you are from the ground, the higher the chances of you to get depressed. Why is depression so high in Tokyo and Hong Kong and New York and antidepressants akkada consumption apart from density is because you're disconnected from the ground, and people as human beings, it's a different feeling when
you're going away from the ground.
All of these are related. New York is the most crowded city, yet it is also the loneliest city. That's the irony. And then people are depressed out of it. And that is where building construction has a lot to do, some of it. And these are interconnected.
Very interesting.
But those are important things. So that's why you have to move away from it. I think technology will help to just get out of the cities and move and have a better quality life.
ఏ టెక్నాలజీ అయితే ఏ ప్రపంచం అయితే ఎవ్రీబడి అందరినీ వాళ్ళ హోమ్ టౌన్ నుంచి హోమ్ ల్యాండ్ నుంచి దూరంగా తీసుకెళ్ళిపోయిందో అదే సేమ్ టెక్నాలజీ అవే సేమ్ డెవలప్మెంట్స్ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు బ్రింగ్ ఇట్ బ్యాక్.
Pendulum will swing back.
Wow. Do you plan to write any book?
No.
Because your thoughts are very very interesting, Andy. So I'm just.
So this is where we take thoughts. And in fact, Zoho we do our own construction. We don't build any buildings that are greater than four floors.
Wow.
And actually, one of my favorite book called Pattern Language, Christopher Alexander's book.
You read a lot of books?
Not a lot, but naturally I keep reading that.
I see.
But there are some similarities between that and one of us SaaS used to. There are a lot of similarities.
And మీరు బిలీవ్ చేస్తారు వాస్తాన్ని when you read.
Some of the core elements. It's not like an author chadale, but there is a reality to some of those aspects because lighting is a key role and how some of these aspects. There's a reason, there's a scientific reason behind it. And those are the ones I truly believe in. And simple ఏంటంటే ఒక బిల్డింగ్ పైన నుంచి ఉంటే కింద డౌన్ లో ఉంటే అరిసినా కెన్ యూ టాక్ టు దట్ పర్సన్. కింద మన మాట వినపడలేదు అనుకోండి, then the building is too tall.
Nice.
So you have to, and my constructions only there are some that we bought that were taller. Main construct chesi anni there are close to it. If anything, I think I want to do some experiments here where we have to go back to the hay-based and mud-based buildings with some steel structures. So those are some things that we want to do some experiments in.
Wow.
Because we forgot that you can build a energy efficient building and where you don't need an AC. You have to bring those back. And you have to get it big. We do some experiments.
Nice. Yeah. Where is Zoho going from here? What's your vision in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years?
10 years is too 5 years is far in this industry. We pursue this goal. And we are not a company that gets depressed because our products are not adopted. And we don't get excited because somehow our products were discovered and everyone suddenly found us. We don't get too excited. Just put our head down and do what you do and go on. So at the beginning, we have gotten a lot of attention because of some products and all of us only got it. We think,
Is that the messaging app?
Arctai
Arctai,
it became popular. Where with the several millions of users and we didn't get excited. This too shall pass. Those bad times will pass and the good times.
So like those good times too?
Good times and just put your head down and do it. We are not in it for instant success. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So we will keep building products. We cannot guess what products we'll be doing, but generally anything that can improve the life of a lot of people, particularly India has demographics. And that demographic dividend is real. And actually, if you study this, any country, when a median age is between 25 and 40, a country develops with appropriate policies. US was the case. UK put out it. Japan was the same. 1950s, 1960s, Japan median age was 25. 1990 it hit 40. And 1990 తర్వాత flat అయిపోయింది. Right? And Korea could have this. Taiwan also went through the same thing. But India is 28, 29 median age. And it's hitting the stride. Median age 40 work, India will keep growing. That is the next few decades. So any country that is between the median age, they'll really do well. And most of the countries are in a bad shape when it comes to demographics. China is 39, US is 39. You're hitting that phase. And others, Canada is probably 46 and Japan is 50s and Italy is 46. So these are all crossed. That's why they are facing the trouble. And the problem now, that means India has a population and the demographics and the engineers. And that's why, coming back to your question previously about the jobs and all of that, US has more jobs than graduates. India has more graduates than jobs.
Yeah.
So maybe Prostaniki H1 adi idi enna koncham na, it's a temporary thing. Because if you look at the fundamentals, US produce about 120,000 engineers every year. If you exclude the immigrants, that part. Yeah. In fact, Mexico produces more engineers than US, 130,000. Demographics. Because younger population. Median age is around 29. India produces about 1.5 million engineers every year. I'm not talking about graduates, just engineers. Graduates is one day we produce about 10 million every year, right? So, if you look at that, when you are able to produce 1.5 million graduates, and there are a lot of other countries who do not have enough people graduating because of old aging population. So, Indians are the only option to fill. Either the companies will come to India or Indians will migrate to that country. Because demographics are real.
Wow.
So, these H1 issues and all of those are temporary because the median age is 39. Not a lot of people are having a lot of younger kids to take the jobs out there. So, the long run it'll work out, but India needs to produce a lot more jobs.
Wonderfully. Again, maybe you should write book. Inkogati, before we wind up the conversation, what do you think, according to you, what is a retirement age for anybody?
When they don't feel like working. I don't think there is a retirement.
There's a number to it.
It's individual, it's a personal thing. If somebody enjoys it, then what's retirement?
Right. Reason I ask that question is one of the interviews, again, I have to quote Sridhar here. He was mentioning that I don't need anything for myself, but there is the need outside to satisfy that need. I am doing what I'm doing. I am chasing after the numbers or, want the company to grow. Yeah. Similarly, do you also believe in a point that everybody who is able to really physically fit, mentally fit in a working condition should be working, even if it means giving it to the community, to the society?
You have to do something for that community. That is the key part.
Yeah.
The Indian majority, but about 700 million of them make best case $100 a month. That is a best case. It's about half the country. We can do whatever we do. Can the educated, smart, or people who have made it, can they find an idea or create something that can increase the average salary from 100 to 200 to 500? And we don't have to create something crazy. If we can help the community to get that to another level, then that's you're raising the bar for a lot of steps. And in whatever way, the contribution could vary in various ways, but in whatever way, should be able to do it. And that is what Shiver is doing, and we believe in it as a company. We can also set it up with the company basically put it in Silicon Valley or put it in other places like Bangalore and all of that. But Bangalore rental berutai crowd berutin tapate danikalla denki maninga. So dantike we create companies where you can have an impact, and even after retirement, go place have an impact. That'll give you a lot more satisfaction than anything else you ever do. I think we truly believe in that. You have to do our part. Yeah. So hopefully a lot of people do that. A lot of people want to do it too, and they need avenues and all of that.
Yeah. And for the younger generation, what is it that you want to tell them? Most of the times the observation is that challenges, whenever they face any challenge, they easily give up that path and move to the next path. some other way. So what is it that you want to tell them?
One is positivity is the key. If you resign to the idea that life is like this, and then it gets you into a negative spiral. You have to believe in something, and a lot of times you just have to take it into your own hands. ఎవడో వచ్చి ఏదో చేస్తారనేది సరే, you just have to take it on. A positive attitude goes a long way.
Yeah.
Then that's where government చేస్తుంది, that doesn't happen. Never happened. Will never happen. So the question is, you have a positive.
How far can you go?
How far can you go and do? An entrepreneur is a different story, and me a lot of entrepreneurs out there.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs, you're not an entrepreneur if you're not thinking different. Simple. Because you're copying someone else.
Yeah.
And so you have to think different. Because you are challenging the conventional wisdom. So that has to be the default thing. That is the definition of entrepreneur. ఎంత money raise chesavani, that is not the definition. So unfortunately, at the valuation, those have become the focus. Valuations become a focus.
Yeah.
So they're creating products to boost the valuation, not solve the customer.
Yeah. Valuation, exit. Then next. Yeah. Unfortunate, but that's how the world is now, now today.
If I work for some people, at least we don't understand that mindset. But I think long-term thinking of that is needed. That's when you have a lot to learn from the Japanese.
Yeah, a lot.
And there's a hotel in Japan that has been running for about 1,000 years. So
1,000 years.
1,000 years.
Hotel.
Yeah, there are 5 or 10 companies in Japan that have been going on for 1,000 plus years. And there are about 15,000 companies and 1,500 or 15,000 companies in Japan that have been running for over 100 years.
Wow.
So they know a little bit about longevity, culture, and all of that.
A little bit, a lot.
That's the country with the most number of companies that have been around the longest. And some of these Eastern cultures, there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And India has a lot of those as well. We have forgotten some of those lessons, and we can create a lot of those product companies. Because first thing is you got to believe in it.
Yeah. That's faith. Faith is a key. Yeah. So one last question, Andy. What is it that you want to tell the entrepreneurs that are looking forward to maybe a partner with you, Zoho as a corporation? Is there any scope for startup companies to be associated with you?
Yeah. One thing we do is, if the startup founders align with our thought process and similar mindset, we generally, all the management team work with them, just provide advice, talk, discuss, brainstorm, and all of those. We do that. If somebody is open, just reach out to us on maybe Twitter or something. But we do that. That is available. And in terms of other aspects, Zoho key partnering, all of that, we are certainly looking for partners, implementation partners, and whatnot. That is a direct area to expand the ecosystem. And it has to be a similar mindset to help the customer end of the day. If they say, I can make money on this ecosystem, then you already have the wrong mindset. I want to help the customer and make sure that you have the fuel in the tank. And that mindset, that kind of works.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, and the open dialogue ki scope undi and teliste, then maybe the things will fall.
So what we encourage is build. This is the time to build. Particularly for India, this is the time to build. Doesn't matter what you're building. You need that building culture. We got to build products. We got to build services. More importantly, we got to build technology. Every single piece of technology the world is, we have
made in India.
We have the technology, and we have the talent to.
The intelligence.
In fact, in 2014, I did a session in Bangalore. I called it Made in India, Made for the World. I called it, that should be on YouTube somewhere. So we've been pushing that message in India since 2014.
2014.
So you got to make that, you got to make it in India, and you got to make it for the world and be competitive and all of that. And it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
You have to plant the seed somewhere so that it kind of grows into a tree. it's never too late. And we can build a lot of ideas. Doesn't matter what you're building.
Yeah. So wonderful talking to you, and it has been an amazing time. I really appreciate your time, and నిజంగా చాలా పేషెన్స్ తోటి ఓపిక తోటి మీరు అన్ని వేశారు. నాకు ఫ్రమ్ ద బాటమ్ ఆఫ్ మై హార్ట్ థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ అండి. వన్ లాస్ట్ మెసేజ్ టు మై రేడియో లిసనర్స్. Anything that you want to tell us? How?
I think I'm really happy with what you're doing. This is a great initiative. My Telugu audience connect cheyadaniki. I want to support the community, and good luck with your entire thing.
Thank you so much.
This is a great initiative. I hope this kind of connects broadly beyond this. I think this is important. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that, and it's very kind of you. Thank you so much.